Hello friends, my name is Mohammad Imran. I am a second year MBA student. So in this video, we are going to discuss about the pyrimidine synthesis. Before watching this video, I would also recommend you to watch my previous video on purine metabolism. So let's start with the biosynthesis of pyrimidine ribonucleotides. So this image we can clearly see this is a pyrimidine ring, and the compounds that would lead to the formation of this pyrimidine ring. The first one is aspartate. Aspartate is going to give us C4, C5, C6 and N1. As you can clearly see in this image that aspartate is giving us C4, C5, C6 and N1. And the next is the glutamine. Glutamine would give us the N3 and the CO2 would give us the C2. Now let's study the pathway of pyrimidine biosynthesis. And so I have splitted this pathway into 3 slides, which makes it very easier for you to remember. So let's start with this pathway. In the first step, the CO2 combines with glutamine. So what does the CO2 give us? CO2 is going to give us the C2 in the pyrimidine ring, and the CO2 when it combines with glutamine in presence of an important enzyme, that is carbamoyl phosphate synthetase 2. You can remember this by CPS2. This is a regulatory enzyme of this pathway, and 2 ATP which is going to get converted into ADP and inorganic phosphate. So the first compound that is formed here is carbamoyl phosphate. So the carbamoyl phosphate in presence of enzyme aspartate transcarbamylase gets converted into carbamoyl aspartate, and so the aspartate is going to give us C4, C5, C6 and N1 to the pyrimidine ring. So the second structure that is formed is carbamoyl aspartate. You can remember this by CG phosphate P and aspartate A. So you can remember this by CGPA. So the first slide you can remember this by CGPA. And this carbamoyl aspartate gets converted into dihydroorotate in presence of enzyme dihydroorotase. So now coming to the second slide, this dihydroorotate which was formed earlier gets converted into orotate. So the dihydro part is gone because of enzyme dihydroorotate dehydrogenase, and NAD plus gets converted into NADH plus H plus. So first you are going to remember CGPA, then dihydroorotate, then orotate. Now coming to the next step, in which the orotates get converted into orotidine monophosphate, and this enzyme is very important. You have to memorize this enzyme, that is orotate phosphoribosyl transferase, and the PRPP gets converted into inorganic pyrophosphate. So orotidine monophosphate, you can remember this by OMP. Again this OMP in presence of enzyme OMP decarboxylase gets converted into uridine monophosphate. You can remember this by UMP. So in the first slide you are going to remember CGPA and dihydroorotate, orotate, and after orotate you are going to remember this by OMP and UMP. And these two enzymes are very important, orotate phosphoribosyl transferase and OMP decarboxylase. You have to memorize these enzymes. Now coming to the last slide, and in the first slide we have studied CGPA, which gets converted into dihydroorotate, which further gets converted into orotate, and the next two steps are OMP, which gets converted into UMP. So we have the uridine monophosphate. This uridine monophosphate in presence of enzyme kinase and ATP, which is going to give us one phosphate, this gets converted into UDP, and this UDP again in presence of enzyme kinase and ATP, it gets converted into UTP. This UDP also gets converted into deoxyuridine diphosphate, that is DUDP, in presence of enzyme ribonucleotidase. If you are not able to memorize the enzymes, it is more than enough to write the end products in the prof exam. So there is no need to memorize the enzymes if you are not able to recall them in the exams. This DUDP gets converted into DUMP and further gets converted into DTMP, that is our final product, that is deoxythymidine monophosphate in presence of an important enzyme thymidylate synthetase, which is inhibited by a drug, that is methotrexate. And you can also memorize this N5N10 methylene THF gets converted into THF, and in this the UTP gets converted into CTP. CTP is the final product, that is cytidine triphosphate in presence of enzyme CTP synthetase, glutamine, ATP and H2O, which gets converted into glutamate, ADP and inorganic phosphate. So the end products are DTMP and CTP, that is cytidine triphosphate. Now coming to the degradation, as we have studied the biosynthesis of pyrimidine, now we are going to study the degradation of pyrimidine, but this is not as lengthy as purine degradation. This is very simple. You have to just remember the end products. The highly soluble end product that is formed in degradation of pyrimidine nucleotide is beta alanine and beta amino isobutyrate, which further gets converted into acetyl coenzyme A and succinyl coenzyme A. You have to just remember the end products. You have to not go through the pathway of degradation of pyrimidine nucleotides. And there is salvage pathway similar to that of purines, but in this salvage pathway it is catalyzed by pyrimidine phosphoribosyltransferase transferase. You have to just remember the enzyme, rest other is same, and the PRPP is going to give us ribose 5 phosphate. Now coming to the disorders of pyrimidine metabolism, this is an important topic. You have to just remember orotic aciduria. This orotic aciduria is because of deficiency of two enzymes that I have already told you, which are very important, that is orotate phosphoribosyl transferase and OMP decarboxylase. The two enzymes, deficiency of two enzymes, that is orotate phosphoribosyl transferase and OMP decarboxylase, would lead to orotic aciduria, and these two enzymes are present on single protein as domains. So these enzymes are bifunctional enzyme, and certain drugs like allopurinol would also lead to orotic aciduria. So in orotic aciduria you have to remember deficiency of two enzyme, orotate phosphoribosyl transferase and OMP decarboxylase. Now coming to the clinical manifestation of orotic aciduria, there would be excretion of orotic acid in urine, severe anemia and retarded growth. The treatment of orotic aciduria is diet rich in uridine and cytidine. As a first year student, you have to remember this much only. So thank you for watching. Hope you like this video. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button for more videos related to medical field.